A rare January 1st rainstorm drenched Southern California, triggering slides and major road closures across the Los Angeles area, as well as swift water rescues on San Diego roadways. Flooding of the 5 freeway in the San Fernando Valley prompted Caltrans to shut down all lanes between Tuxford Street and Lankershim Boulevard for several hours, while a mudslide closed Big Tujunga Canyon Road in Angeles National Forest between the Angeles Forest Highway and Vogel Flat Road, just the latest in a long list of county road closures due to flooding and slides since December 24th. In San Diego, emergency crews worked to rescue motorists who found themselves trapped on flooded roadways Thursday. Our swiftwater rescue teams are actively working to rescue individuals stuck in their cars along Fashion Valley Road and Riverwalk. Doctor read a statement from the San Diego Fire Department around 10 a.m. Stay safe, San Diego. Please avoid the area and never walk or drive through floodwaters. A San Diego Police Department spokesman said a man and his young daughter were caught in their blue Jeep by deep, fast-moving water and rescued without incident by San Diego Fire Rescue emergency crews. The storm, which the National Weather Service described as very juicy, began around 3:45 a.m. Thursday. By 10 a.m. it had dumped 1.21 inches of rain on East Pasadena, and downtown Los Angeles had received 1.33 inches, according to the Weather Service. Typically, New Year's Day is rain-free in the Los Angeles area. According to the National Weather Service, rain has fallen on just 10% of all New Year's Days between 1878 and 2025. The record for the holiday was in 1934, when it rained 3.12 inches in Pasadena. That was also the year Los Angeles received more than 1 inch of rain on the first day of the year. The Los Angeles area has already seen heavier than normal precipitation this rainy season, which began October 1st. As of Wednesday, downtown LA had already received 11.64 inches of rain, which is 7.8 inches above normal, according to meteorologist Mike Wofford of the Weather Service. The rainfall appeared to dampen enthusiasm for the 2026 Rose Parade somewhat, as the crowds that begin filling Pasadena sidewalks hours before Thursday's procession were smaller than in years prior. Those who did attend used umbrellas, ponchos and awnings to protect themselves from the downpour. Retired USPS letter carrier Michael Bartley, 66, was keeping warm with a patio heater as he sat under an awning at 7 a.m., saving spaces for his family at their traditional viewing place at Madison Avenue and Colorado Boulevard. Bartley has attended about a dozen parades, and was present the last time it rained on the Rose Parade in 2006. Bartley drove in from his home in Buckeye, Arizona, on Wednesday and slept in his car to secure front row seating for his family. He wasn't too bothered by the downpour. "It's amazing what a little rain will do. There's nobody over there," he said, gesturing to a row of empty folding chairs. By 10 a.m., the storm appeared to be mostly over, according to Wofford. However, the sunshine will not last. We'll be seeing light rain tomorrow afternoon and evening, and the beginning of another storm coming in over the weekend, he said. The new year is bringing warmer than normal temperatures across much of the U.S., including the Northern Rockies and Great Plains, while coastal California faces warnings for a couple of feet of coastal flooding and storm surge through the weekend. A strong system is forecast to arrive off California and the Pacific Northwest, bringing more heavy rain and mountain snows in the region, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Weather Prediction Center. The strong low-pressure system is approaching with unfortunate timing, just as some of the highest astronomical tides of the year arrive along the Pacific coast through the weekend. Coastal flood advisories are in effect along parts of the south-central Oregon coast and northern California, including the Bay Area, the National Weather Service has warned. The low-pressure system is forecast to bring strong southerly winds, generating storm surge that will help contribute to minor to moderate coastal flooding near shorelines and tidal waterways around San Francisco Bay, and from north of Point Reyes southward to Big Sur along the coast. In San Francisco, high tides are forecast to be more than 2 feet above normal on Saturday and nearly that high again on the morning of Sunday, January 4th, thanks to the front and the alignment of the Earth, Moon, and Sunday. A similar forecast for coastal flooding is in effect along Coos Bay, Oregon, and the surrounding estuaries. Severe thunderstorms are possible along the Oregon and California coasts on the weekend. From Friday night through Monday, a general 2 to 4 inches of rain is forecast, with locally higher amounts along the coast north of Los Angeles, AccuWeather reported on January 1st. The rain could exacerbate already wet conditions in California from other recent rain. It rained on the Rose Bowl parade on New Year's Day for the first time in years, and the Los Angeles County Fire Department reported rescuing more than 100 people and one dog from flooding on Christmas Eve. The moisture also means snow in the Sierras, and AccuWeather reported it could lead to a long stretch of wintry conditions along the higher elevations of Interstate 80, possibly bringing several feet of snow to Donner Pass, enough to force the road to close. Far to the east, a warming trend could bring temperatures that range from 15 to 30 degrees above normal in the plains, the Weather Service said. Further east, more heavy lake effect snow is forecast across portions of the Great Lakes, in far northwest Pennsylvania and portions of western New York State. The Weather Service reported 16 inches of snow in Oswego, New York on New Year's Day. Meanwhile, from the mountains to the coastline, the race is on to clean up mud and debris from recent Southern California rain and shore up properties before the next storm hits this weekend. In Altadena, fire victims are worried that all of the wet weather could set back their rebuilding efforts. Eyewitness News spoke to one Altadena couple who returned to check on their property on the first day of 2026 after losing their home in the Eaton fire in 2025. See how things are holding up. We started our drawings, so we're just making sure everything is still about where we expected it to be, Austin Rivers said. They were fearful of what they might find. It's a little concerning when you see the K-rail and stuff. What's going to happen? We're a little worried about the burn scar and the water running off, Jessica Baker said. Eyewitness News spotted piles of debris in Altadena that were cleared following the New Year's Day storm.
Well, for San Diego...
For many countywide, the new year is beginning much like the last, bracing for more rain and keeping a watchful eye on the forecast. The New Year's Day storm caused some minor problems on the roadways on Thursday morning. In Elysian Park, California Highway Patrol had to block off the connector between the 5 Freeway South and the 110 Freeway for a rock slide. Caltrans shared photos of the debris on social media. It took crews about an hour to clean up the mess and allow CHP to reopen the connector. A saturated hillside gave way in the pounding rain in Sherman Oaks, unleashing a wall of mud into a backyard.
It's raining.
It's exactly what residents were preparing for in the time leading up to the rain: debris flow, mudslides, and flooding.
This used to be that park that I
2 people were forced to evacuate their home in the 3900 block of Pacheco Drive after rain caused a mudslide early Thursday morning. Video from Air 7 shows debris from an embankment flowing down a hill and into a backyard. Thankfully, a contractor who spoke with Eyewitness News off camera said they had just installed a reinforcement wall 2 months prior, preventing any structural damage.
It's actually slowed down quite a bit right now.
Our power went out for a few hours, but really, like in my neighborhood, we're kind of up there, so it's like there's mud everywhere, and it's really hard to get out of my house, said Mickey Horvath from Studio City.
Yeah?
The storm that hit right in time for the holidays didn't make it easy for people to get around.
The committee's here trying to take that.
It was kind of annoying, like my grandparents couldn't come to Christmas Eve because they couldn't drive in the rain, and so we had to stay in. And we couldn't go to church, like the things we usually do, because the rain was really crazy, said Scarlett Duncan from Valley Village.
So as you can see,
The storm could be to blame for some power outages. In Sherman Oaks, 420 customers lost power. In the Vermont Slauson area, 2,000 customers experienced outages. In Los Feliz and Highland Park, 300 customers in both neighborhoods experienced sporadic outages. I experienced a power outage at my house in Encino, where we didn't have power on New Year's Eve, so I had to cook an entire Greek recipe that I've made on my grill, said Michael Kays. Crews were working Thursday morning to clear mud and debris flows from Altadena streets after a storm moved through the region. Evacuation warnings remain in place for Eaton fire burn scar areas due to the potential of mud and debris flows. More than 3,000 customers are without power across Los Angeles Thursday morning, according to Department of Water and Power.
Not the best. Mission Valley.
In the Sherman Oaks area, 420 customers are experiencing an outage as crews work to get power back.
The foreseeable future.
In the Vermont and Slauson area, 2,000 customers are without power with crews at the scene.
How things are progressing and what's going on.
DWP said sporadic outages have been reported in Highland Park, with 300 customers reporting outages. Los Feliz has 300 customers without power. DWP said crews are working on localized outages across the city, adding there isn't a system-wide issue and that it is stable. A boil water notice in effect for all Phelan/Pinion Hills customers due to new storm damage, San Bernardino County Supervisor Paul Cook said on X. The boil order excludes people in Oak Springs Valley, those south of Mesquite Road and east of Tumbleweed Road. Bottled water is available at the Phelan Community Center, located at 4128 Warbler Road. Steady rain came down on the hills of Altadena Thursday morning, unleashing streams of muddy water in some areas. Video captured a stream of water and mud rushing over a K-rail and onto a street, creating a pile of mud that blocked a portion of the roadway. An evacuation warning is in effect for the Eaton fire burn scar due to the possibility of mudslides and debris flows. A stretch of Pacific Coast Highway in Huntington Beach is closed due to flooding. The closure is in effect from Warner Avenue to Seapoint Street, according to Caltrans. Drivers are asked to avoid the area and use caution if traveling through the area.
We under the water.